Welcome to the Big Screen Blurbs box office bangers and bummers, where we look at the weekend's cinematic winners and losers. Let's just jump right in, shall we? We're 4 weeks into the new year, and 2019 is already looking to be a softer performer at the box office than 2018. As of this weekend, industry analysts are estimating about a 13% dip in attendance from last year around the same time. My own personal take on this is that last year's receipts were buoyed by the introduction of unlimited movie subscriptions like MoviePass. That boost is unlikely to happen again this year since the service was nerfed due to its unprofitable business model, and I think that's showing in the slower audience turnout in the past few weekends. You could also argue that audiences haven't been very compelled to go out and see the meager new offerings from movie studios this month, aside from one big exception. With folks having unlimited movie tickets through services like MoviePass last year, they were more willing to give new and less marketed flicks a shot. Now, it looks like they're back to waiting until the movie shows up on streaming or on Redbox, or just plain skipping them entirely. But enough armchair analysis. Let's get to the numbers and determine this week's banger and bummer. Glass surpassed early estimates and managed to bring in another $19 million this weekend, securing the top spot for the second weekend in a row. While that's over a 50% drop in attendance from its first week, the film is well on its way to making $100 million domestically, with the international cume already north of $160 million. This makes M. Night Shyamalan's Glass the banger of the week. The Upside came in second, making $12.2 million, with a pretty impressive hold on audience interest. It's only lost about 19% of its business since premiering 3 weeks ago, so it's looking to have some legs. There were 2 new releases this past Friday, and both did not do very well at all. In fact, The Kid Who Would Be King did worse than expected, despite getting very good notices before and upon release. It brought in only $7.25 million and landed in the 4th position. But it was the new Anne Hathaway and Matthew McConaughey thriller Serenity that sunk the hardest in its debut, showing up outside the top 5 and settling for 8th place with a disappointing $4.8 million. Audiences didn't seem to know that the flick existed, and those that were aware of it were also in agreement with critics, as the flick suffered a D+ cinema score alongside an 18% score on the Rotten Tomato meter, making it the clear bummer of the week. Last week's surprise top 5 flick, Dragon Ball Super Broly, wraps up this week's top 10 after tumbling down from 4th. Broly was apparently very front-loaded, losing over 60% of its audience after just 1 week. Still, considering that its international cume is sitting at nearly $100 million, anime distributor Funimation Films is likely very happy with the returns. Now here's the full list of the top 10 movies for the weekend of January 25th, along with their estimated grosses. And that's a wrap for this week's box office bangers and bummers. Leave a comment on what you think next week's winners and losers are going to be. Hit like, smash that sexy subscribe button, and don't forget to ring that bell icon to become part of the notification squad so you never miss this or any other Big Screen Blurbs. Until next time, see you at the box office.